I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All-American Eatery. I can talk about this for a while. Chris can too. Out on Tahoka Highway 87 at about 85th Street.
Good stuff.
It is so good. And I will tell you, Abel and Jennifer, it's a family deal. They got their kids working there. Yeah. It is a Lubbock-owned family operation, and their food is just
Michael
outstanding.
and Matthew are the boys. And that's neat. We like locally owned, but when you got locally owned, family owned, that's like
the best.
Top shelf.
Go see them, and you'll enjoy. She cooks cakes and pies every week. Has them there. You can buy the whole pie or the whole slice, whatever you're wanting. But just an
or you
amazing
can just look
place.
at them if you're borderline diabetic.
Yeah,
you can just look
do.
at them and go, boy, those look good.
I bet they are. All-American Eatery. Then Senior Benefit Solutions. This is Laurie Kasler with Medicare.
The one that tailgates with David.
Yeah, well, right
by David's spot.
We don't. I just get out of my car and go in the game.
So
I don't go stand.
I'm gonna
over
give you
there.
Laurie's number here. You people that are 65-ish, about to be 65, past 65, that think you need to know about Medicare. She knows it. So 781-3804. I'm going to tell you again, 781-3804. No charge for her services. Go in there and get your learn on.
Lori's great.
We were
on steering committee together on Leadership Lubbock.
Really?
Go, yeah.
What did y'all steer?
Steering committee, Leadership Lubbock steering committee.
Yeah, that's a good group.
Yeah, she's great.
She's amazing.
Probably
She really
remember
is.
that.
Well, you're on a steering committee. What did you steer?
No, that young skulls full of mush trying to navigate their way through Leadership Lubbock.
There you go.
Full of mush.
Yeah.
All right.
Did we not go to that break? Did we already do the 1 minute thing?
We're already back.
We blew past the 1 minute thing?
I think see,
I did not even notice it.
Gary, I guess background
I need a
insight here.
headset, don't
I look over here. This is all buttoned up over here on this side. Nice stacks over here. I look on your side, and it looks like a Xerox machine blew up.
Well, this is for you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I was going to talk about the Masters because they had that since we last met.
Yeah.
And definitely since I last met.
Well, I love it, though.
Well, Scheffler, I thought he was going to come back and beat him.
Scheffler wouldn't have come back. Roy would have fallen back.
Yeah.
He was working on it.
Well, Roy didn't really help himself much that day.
Well, Roy's, he's gotten much better. I mean, you can't say much about a two-time back-to-back Masters champion.
He's amazing. No.
But he was working on playing the back nine with his hands around his neck.
That was amazing. Yeah. Scheffler was coming.
Yeah.
Boy, I hear that a lot, and then they say that about Ludwig and all that. No. But let me tell you what, sometimes you hardly ever have 4 golden rounds in golf. In fact, I was reading a deal, Tiger's first Masters, he shot 40. Mm-hmm. Read that this morning. He shot 40 on the front nine at his first Masters. You know what he shot on the back nine? 30. Golf's like that. So anyway, and it's not always choking when you when you hit one in the woods. Sometimes you just
we were playing yesterday morning, and we were talking about that, and we're playing over at Lake Ridge, and one of the guys I was playing with said,
"Did you hit any houses?"
I did not.
Oh, wow.
I did not.
That's impressive.
I have learned to play my slice, and so I just aim it at the house and let it send him back into the fairway.
Yeah. If you're trying not to hit the house, aim at it.
Although on 6, I'm aiming dead out in the middle of the lake, and I hit the straightest shot of the day. Right out in the middle of the lake. Couldn't get it. But we were talking about it. I said, what do you think Scheffler would do to this course? And I said, well, it'd be tees and greens right now, basically. But he probably wouldn't even pull out his driver at Lake Ridge.
No.
He'd hit his 3-wood. Maybe his 5-wood.
Stacey Nick said something last week. We were just talking about how we would do at Augusta. He goes, let me just tell you this. If you could put your ball on the green in regulation, so on a par 3, you'd go put your ball on the green. On par 4, you'd be in there in 2. He said you wouldn't even compete. They'd wear you out. And they're playing from the tees.
The tips, man.
Yeah.
And he said the putting is that hard at Augusta.
Well, at Escondido last week, they were rolling at 13.5, and that's what they were rolling at Augusta. And let me tell you what, he's right. It ain't fair. And down there, it's just gorgeous. I didn't know it was grass. I said, "Is this grass?" It's so gorgeous and slick. And you know what they're going to do? These rich folks down there, they're going to tear them out and put new ones in because apparently these gorgeous greens are not good enough for those folks down there.
Well, it ain't bragging if you can do it.
So they're not going to be able to play golf down there till October so that they can have better greens than what I thought's the best greens I've ever putted on. Well, so anyway. But it
was fun. The Masters was fun.
It was fun. I enjoyed watching the last round.
Yeah, I was proud of Rory for hanging in there.
Yeah, I'm a Rory McIlroy.
I like him
I
too.
really do. I like him. He's one of the good guys. He stood up to the Live Tour, and really stood up for the PGA.
Well, there may not be a Live Tour after this year.
That's too bad.
Which is
good.
Which just shows you good prevails in the long run. You know what the first Masters was called?
Yeah, Augusta.
Or when was the first Masters?
I don't have any idea.
Didn't they try to do that and host a U.S. Open there, and the PGA said that wasn't good enough? I think it was on
Thursday, though. I'm pretty sure.
The first Masters was in 1934. Oh, and it was called Augusta National Invitational Tournament, the NIT.
The
Augusta,
the NIT.
Augusta,
the Augusta NIT.
Anyway, I got interesting.
Who won that?
Facts here. I don't know.
Sam Snead?
But you don't have that. You got that, but you don't.
We only had something we could use to look up things like that.
I know it.
34.
Some random handheld device that we could quickly ask questions to.
Yeah.
This you should know this.
Sam Snead.
Horton Smith.
Oh, Horton.
Yeah. Horton. That's one of those books. One of those.
Horton Here's a Smith?
Horton Here's a Who or something.
Horton
Here's a Who. Horton Smith won the first Masters.
Well, he was a good one. Anyway. That is something that you did. Of course, he's dead, probably.
Horton, yeah.
Long gone.
Long gone.
Unless he was like 20 at that time. So then if he was born in...
You think about what they used to play with.
Yeah. He'd be right at 120.
They used to play with.
Persimmon Woods. So
amazing.
My wife's mother... My father-in-law passed away last couple Novembers ago, and my mother-in-law is going through his things and found his old set of Sam Snead Persimmon Woods and irons, and the Judy Beck matching set for women. And she asked me, she said, "Do you think these are worth anything?" And I said, "I don't know." So I sent a picture over to Stacey Nicks. And he was like, "Well, maybe if you want to put them up on the wall as a relic, but no one's buying those from you."
I'd still keep them.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
give them to your daughters and then let them give them to their daughters. Then one day you wake up.
Don't give my wife any ideas. She's listening.
Or sell them in a garage sale.
I'm trying to get things out of my house right now.
Sell them in a garage sale.
She's listening. Those are going to be at my house next weekend, man.
I was amazed at when I saw him, how Jack Nicklaus looked aged. I mean, he's really aging up there now.
Well, I mean, what is he, 83, 84?
He looked pretty tough.
How old is Jack Nicklaus?
I think on his
86.
I think on his drive, he looks good for 86.
Yeah, he looks pretty good for 86.
Like 83-year-old.
I hope I look that good at 86.
He pulled his drive,
at all.
and I think he hit it at the people over there. He was like,
really?
"Oh my gosh!"
Did he hit it at the people? I didn't see that.
He hit it their direction. He told them that you better be up, ready.
Yeah. Can you even imagine playing golf with all those people?
Yeah, I can't.
No.
Good thing is I'd probably hit it over them into the area on the other side.
You'd hit some other
people on the left would be in danger because I would try to play that fade, and so I'd be hitting it right at them.
It'd all be done.
And they'd be ducking, but it would go over their head and fade into the fairway.
Yeah,
every time.
Nope. Sometimes it fades into the other rough on the other side.
Well, I'm amazed that the pressure of that and all those people. We don't hardly. I don't like y'all to watch me putt. No. When we're just playing our fivesome or foursome.
No. Well, every 3 foot putt that we have to put there, when you're playing a little Nassau or whatever, and these guys are doing it. The difference between this and this is $100,000,
yeah.
$1 million.
Yeah.
And we're doing this. You're buying the next round from the cart girl. So,
yeah,
if you're into that.
How is Lake Ridge right now? Is it pretty good shape?
The greens are okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. Good.
Good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the round yesterday. I actually shot my
Shot your age.
I wish I would.
Shot my blood pressure.
I wish I shot my age. I did shoot my personal best yesterday.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is still not good. I mean, my personal best is probably one of your worst days.
Well, you had that little retirement time period in there,
Yeah.
So you honed.
I didn't actually play. I got a my girls got me a brand new golf bag last year, Texas Tech golf bag last year on my birthday, and then the world changed a couple days later. and
that when that happened?
I pulled.
What do you still have that Texas Tech golf bag?
I do. I pulled it out.
Do you still love Texas Tech?
I do.
I knew you would. I just wanted to publicly say it.
I pulled that golf bag out and put my clubs in it and I've played 3 or 4 rounds here in the last 3 weeks. So I played more golf in the last 3 weeks than I have in a long time.
Well, how you doing? How you acclimated? You got a new job?
Yeah.
At UMB?
Yeah. I'm a commercial business development officer over there. And,
That's big.
That is, I am. When all that went down, and I thought, boy, this is not great. But almost instantly, and I met with you find out who your friends are, who loves you, and who your friends are, and I found out I had a lot of friends. I really did.
Yeah.
And that's for good. Gary Ashby, he calls me up and says, let's go to lunch. And we went right across the street.
And I asked him, I said, David's getting older, and I'm going to need somebody to replace David here before long.
Sports talk with.
Yeah.
But no, it was really gratifying to find out. People were reaching out. I ended up with 11 legitimate job opportunities.
That's excellent.
Within about 6 weeks.
Did James Arnold help?
James Arnold was one of them.
Yeah.
And we were at a chamber after hours.
James is a good man.
He is. And our relationship goes all the way back to the very beginnings of the College Baseball Foundation. He was one of the first board members.
Yeah.
So I knew him from that. And I think Chuck Hines even kind of facilitated that conversation. So he said, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing something." He goes, "How much runway do you have?" And I told him, I said, "I've got some runway. He said, "Sit around and hang out," and I did, and it really all came to fruition. I met with the regional president out of Wisconsin, and this is something that it really materialized, and I really think this is a great place for me. And
You got an office?
I've got an office that's actually bigger than my old office.
Where's the office located?
I'm over at 9816 Slide Road on the 4th floor.
The main place.
Yeah, we're right over there. All those commercial bankers are up on the 4th floor, and James is right down the hall.
That's a great building.
It is a great building, and I tell you what, that's a great place to be. And I have, my wife here after 2 weeks, she said to me, I haven't seen you with this kind of energy in a long time. And
and she says, cut it out.
Well, no, she said you're energized. You've got a new energy that you hadn't had in a while. And the guys over there, they said, hey, you give us energy being here. This is something that's
good.
And I'm glad to be there. I'm there to help. I've got there to utilize my network. And I've got a pretty extensive network from.
I bet you do. Yeah.
And we're trying to help everyone.
How many years at the Alumni Association?
27 years.
27 years. That's pretty good dedication.
Yeah.
And Jim was about 50.
42.
49?
42. 42
Yeah,
years.
Jim Douglas. Yeah. My gosh.
Yeah.
What a great Red Raider. Both you guys. Of course, back
I really
to
thought y'all both be doing something at Tech.
Yeah.
Something different at Tech. But
that wasn't in the cards. And,
they didn't have a heckler position.
I didn't want a heckler position.
You'd already had that.
I've already had that. And, I'm entering a new chapter in my life. And it's been a nice change of pace because, sometimes you have to be told that it's, it's time for a change.
Yeah.
And, you get comfortable in a position and you get on cruise control. And at the end of the day, my wife said, you weren't really that happy. And I don't think you realize how unhappy you were for the last few years. So
she knew it.
Yeah. But she's not going to tell me that, when I'm in the midst of that. So
she don't want you to.
She's a great wife. And that's why I've been married to her for 31 years.
Or you're on some of the other Raymar shows, and I heard you on one in the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm. Well, I filled in for Jamie on the morning drive Thursday morning when he was going to Utah.
Okay, well, I think that might have been when you said that you are no longer a ranter. You're a cool, calm, collected Chris Snead.
I am. I'm
a ranter.
I am. People want me to rant, and I'm not going to rant.
Even if they demand it.
You know what? I've taken on a lot of things have changed in my life. You know, when you have change and some change is forced upon you, and when sometimes you just kind of look introspectively, and sometimes I think, you get mad about a lot of things that you don't need to get mad about, so I've become my newest mantra is slow to anger.
Slow to anger.
Slow to anger.
That's good. And that's biblical.
And then I just stay within that. You're upset. Somebody cuts you off. Well, did they really hate you?
Yeah.
They didn't.
They might not have seen you.
They might not have
be in
seen
a hurry.
me. It's like, I'm not always successful at that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can, but for the most part, I'm generally slow to anger, and you'll hear me say out loud a lot. Slow to anger, Chris. Slow to anger.
Is that medication? Is that helping?
No medication. No.
Xanax.
I don't take any medication.
Hey, so talk about your refereeing. You're going to be a white hat.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
that's the head guy.
Yeah, and we may have to do that on the other side, but I'll set it up by saying this. I had made a decision following last season that I was going to do one more year in the SEC at center judge, because it's just taxing 10 miles a game, running backwards halfway.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And so I was going to tell my supervisor, John McDade, that I was going to do one more year and retire, because not very many officials get to go out on their own terms and set the timetable when they end. They usually get told, you're done.
Yeah.
So I got a phone call from the Pac-12 about a week before I was going to have that phone call.
So you can tell us who's in the Pac-12.
I will tell you.
It's hard to keep
I'll
up.
do that on the other side. That's a tease.
Yeah. We'll be right back. We did get a text from Jim Douglas. He was there 46 years. And this is an important text here. Today at 12 o'clock, my daughter's flag football team plays. I'll tell you where after the break.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All right, we rejoin the Permian Basin, Midland, Odessa, J&W Services, Linco Distributors, Brent Beck, Scott Blakely, Cade Walton, and a host of people that work there that keep people in the oil and gas business up and running. And, stuff breaks, especially I would think down there in the oil and gas business. These guys can get you parts. They can make parts for you. And I'm not talking about I'm talking about major parts. It's an amazing company, and they ought to be on your team. J&W Services, Lingo Distributors. These are Red Raiders. Those are Red Raider guys, and they will help everybody. And the other one is a place that's from here, Mighty Wash. This is Lubbock owned and operated, but they are all over the Permian Basin. And getting your vehicle washed is a big deal down there. You can't transport this bitter weed. I didn't know that, but now I do. The bitter weed. There's a weed that you can't, when you drive from site to site, they want you to get your vehicle washed a bunch. So
you don't
Mighty Wash is
spread the bitter weed.
Huge. They're in New Mexico, eastern New Mexico too. So, and it's all right here from Lubbock, Texas.
What did we do before all these car washes?
You got your kid out there.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
People
with my
used to wash their
van.
own cars.
I used to get to wash my dad's van on Sundays.
You remember when they built those little stalls where you could go in there and spray it?
Yeah, I was happy.
Quarters in there.
I heard somebody the other day saying there's hardly any of those anymore.
Well,
there's a couple here in town.
So much easier just to drive through.
If I could get my car in neutral, I would go more. But I got a new Nissan from McGavick. Well, there's not a deal that says in. Put it in in. You got to push the button and then.
It's fancy.
The first time I couldn't do it.
Push the button and kind of use the force to get it up there.
You had to stop the deal because I couldn't get my car in neutral.
What was it? You'd had that car.
And I couldn't get my washer deal to come on.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
That you'd had it about a year, and you go, I don't know how to do this.
Turn it off there. Look at that.
There we go.
Technology's great when it works.
Manual.
I know it.
They hit it.
It's so complicated.
So anyway. Or did you go to the spring game last night?
I did not.
Okay. I don't know anybody that did.
Well, here's something. I was supposed to be. I was actually assigned to go to the OU spring game today, to work the OU spring game.
But you had a chance to be on Thetford and Ashby.
No,
I can't come.
The timing of that deal was at 2:00, and they moved it up to 11 a.m. And I was like,
can't get there.
I was going to try to get up there, and it just didn't work out, which makes me upset because I had to get out of a baseball game last night. I was assigned to work the Premier and Friendship Series last night, and I called my assigner, Terry Webbs, hey, I'm going to go work the OU spring game, and you're be mad at me if I get out of this. No, go do that. Well, I didn't do the spring game, and then I didn't do the baseball game.
You hadn't done anything.
So last
Robbie Kroll was out at the Monterey Lubbock High.
Good.
I mean Lubbock Cooper.
Oh, cool.
It was Lubbock Cooper
we have
was
a lot
good.
of fun. I usually only umpire on Tuesdays.
He was out in the field though.
Good.
There was a black gentleman that was calling behind the plate. I don't know his name. Did a good job.
Tarvis Grant, Lester Fennell, Chris Snead.
Wasn't Chris Snead.
That's about it.
That's about it.
He did a good job.
Short list. Thomas Cheek. Forgot Thomas Cheek.
Yeah, it's amazing how many umpires, and
there's not very many umpires. In fact, that's the reason why
we need more.
We need more. Remember when I was calling before I retired and came back on a Lubbock High, a 5A game and 4A game here in town, there'd be 4 umpires or 3 umpires at the very least. And now,
Doyle Suter ought to still be calling. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, he's being retired.
He's sitting in the house.
He's enjoying his retirement, which he deserves to.
But Doyle's a really good umpire.
Yeah, he is.
And I wish he'd.
But
But
I didn't say he was, because he still is.
yeah, he is. Doyle was good. Curtis Alexander.
Yep. Doc still good.
There's been a lot of great ones.
I think there's people that over time you thought 10 years ago that guy's not very good, and sometimes you look at him and you go, well, I kind of wish he was still around.
I know. Who was that guy that called it Southwest Little League? What was his name? He had a kind of a different name. Kind of looked like Weeble.
Weeble?
That don't fall down.
Oh,
You
I
don't
know
his
I know
name?
who you're talking about. And
Marvin or
is it Myron Benink?
Myron.
Myron Benink, rest in peace. Myron.
Oh, he's
we
gone?
lost. Yeah, we lost Myron about 4 years ago.
Oh.
Well, no, it's something. We're all gonna, just like.
But he loved the kids.
all-
They just love the kids and just love being out
there
there.
are guys that if you think the guys are out there, they're not making a lot of money.
Yeah.
They're doing it because they want to be around the game, and there's just a whole lot to it that and I think people think that, well, you're out here, you're trying to screw our kids. No, really, I don't care.
I don't know your kids.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, and I want to tell people that, today. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to, I don't care who wins this game tonight, today, tomorrow, any of these games. It's not going to make – you can't pay me enough to trade my integrity to fix this game.
Me and Gary are coaching, you'd be for our team.
No, I wouldn't.
Come on. Maybe you'd be against them.
I can remember the first time I umpired a Texas Tech baseball game.
Yeah.
And
Larry Hayes.
And they're playing Howard Payne. And Scotty Holzhauer looks at a 2-2 fastball in the outside corner, a ball off the outside corner, and I rung it up. And Scotty Holzhauer, who knew me, who I had dinner at his house in Long Beach, California, when Tech played at Long Beach State, he is dog cussing me back to the dugout. And I was like, it's a strike, man. It's a strike.
Well, or in my opinion, I thought it was a strike. But you guys that say it was this and it was that, it might have been, but this ABS, you know what that is? Automatic ball strike deal.
Oh boy.
that they've gone to.
Yeah.
All right, here's a guy that Richie Garcia. You heard him?
Mm-hmm.
Major League Baseball. He said it's embarrassing to umpires that they're calling the game. Nobody likes to be humiliated in front of 30 or 40,000 people. What Major League Baseball is saying is, I don't trust the umpire's strike zone, so I'm going to use something that's going to be operated by some computer geek that knows nothing about baseball, and he's the one that's going to measure this and measure that because he's got a PhD in physics or whatever the hell he's got a degree in.
I don't. Yeah. Here's this, Gary. I don't really care about ABS. It doesn't matter. You know what it's done for me? It's made that ball that's a ball and a half off the outside corner a strike, Because what are they when they're saying that they're tapping their heads and they're saying that? What are they getting when they call the strike? They're catching 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter of the strike zone. Well, where's the rest of that ball? Out of the strike zone. Where do I call strikes? Right there. Yeah. And so I told that to one of our coaches the other day. He goes, that ball was kind of low. It's kind of outside too. He said, but ABS says it's a strike. And I was like, and he kind of nodded his head and turned around and walked away.
All right, and the rest of this article is Richie's own words, how absolutely, utterly embarrassing. And this says, what's more humiliating, missing a call by 1/100 of an inch or getting it immediately fixed and missing a call that costs a team the game and then having it splashed all over social media with your name attached, leading to 1,000 or more people talking about how much you suck at your job? Ask any Cardinals fan from 1985 which umpire missed a call at first base, and they know exactly how to spell his name. If there's a call immediately fixed, everyone moves on. I can't believe how incredibly off base this comment from Garcia is. But there's more. Let's see. It always sounds embarrassing when somebody does the whole "these nerds don't know our sport," talking about the technology and all that. So anyway, bottom line is, if you can get it right, I've always said if you can get it right, get it right. There's too much at stake.
There is now.
People's jobs.
Part of the problem with all this, everyone wanting to be completely accurate, is the daily fantasy, the DraftKings, the bet online, the bet play-to-play that you can do in the stands right now, because people are up there in the stands betting, is this pitch going to be a strike? Is this pitch going to be a ball?
You can bet the next pitch.
You can bet everything. You can bet everything right now. And that's the reason why. Now people are mad at you because they thought it was a strike, and they bet it was going to be a strike. You called it a ball, and now ABS. This whole idea that you're, CB Buckner, catching a lot of grief, okay? CB Buckner, you don't stay in Major League Baseball for 20-something years being terrible. He got overturned 8 times, okay?
In one game?
No, not in 8 times. I think it was in 1 week. Was it 8 times in 1 week?
I don't know.
Yeah. I challenge most people that are saying he's terrible, he's awful at his job. Be as good as, because 8 times out of how many? 300 pitches he called that day?
Bunch.
So he got 292 of them right?
But I'll tell you something.
I challenge anyone that's criticizing him, be that good at your job.
But at some point, CB Buckner, after 20 whatever years, is going to start losing his edge and is not going to be as good. And it may not be now. If he just missed 8 and you think that's great, then that's fine. But at some point, this particular technology will let you know that, okay.
I'm okay with the technology as long as the players are okay with the technology, because I think
when they do it like that.
Well, what we're finding out is even though they're getting some overturned, the umpires are pretty good.
Oh, no doubt about it.
We're finding out that the umpires are pretty good.
But here's the deal, though. You don't want to be that umpire that screws a team out of the playoffs.
No, you don't.
Or moving on, or the coach gets fired because he loses a few games because of you. You don't want to be that umpire. You want to get it right.
Well, here's what I would say.
Most of them are great.
I don't have a problem with if I call a strike on you and you tap your head and they say it's a ball. I don't have a problem saying, okay, it's a ball. The problem I have is the whole world turning around and telling me that I'm a bum because I missed it by 1/100 of an inch.
Yeah. I think people are seeing it now, and they're starting at big league parks, I think, showing it, like tennis, where they're showing it. Yeah. And I think they're going, I can see where you'd miss that.
Yeah. I mean,
it's tough.
Now, if it's this far outside and you need to be called a bum. If you miss it by 1/100 of an inch, I think everybody just moves on.
And most of the misses are by 1/100 of an inch.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, those 8 that were corrected, they weren't 2 feet outside.
They're a 1/100 of an inch, and they're barely nicking the strike zone, which, like I said, for me is great. I said to you guys once before, I got the biggest strike zone in the city. So now ABS is helping me out.
Talk to us about the Pac-12. Tell everybody who's in the Pac-12.
So, okay,
it's so crazy.
If you're a college,
starts with state.
Yeah, if you're a college that's got state on it on the west of the Mississippi, it's probably in the Pac-12. It's Oregon State, Washington State, Boise State, Utah State, Colorado State, Fresno State, San Diego State, Texas State.
Oh my God!
And so those are the 8 schools, and Gonzaga.
Oh, Gonzaga!
they're there for
they're
all
the ones without state. Or
yeah, but they're all so they're playing basketball and other sports. They don't play football. So, but they're in for all other sports. DBU coming for baseball.
Oh, Dallas Baptist is going to be in it
for baseball next year.
That's a good program.
We understand that there might be a few more Mountain West teams coming over. They don't want all of the Mountain West. They just want some of the Mountain West. I don't think they want UTEP.
You know what stands out to me?
What is that?
When you start listening, they're fairly regionally located.
Yes.
They're not California to Maryland.
Well,
I mean,
there's talk of Tulane and Memphis coming.
Well, now you're starting to get
Yeah.
And there had been some scuttlebutt, but now they're kind of drowning it out about Cal and Stanford coming back from the ACC.
That would make sense to me.
It would make perfect sense.
Yeah.
And money-wise, that's why they would do it.
Yeah,
they're spending too much money.
And I think the ACC and them, that's what I heard. When I heard it first, I thought that makes a lot of sense to come back and not have to travel across the country.
So you're going to be a Whitehead?
Yes, I'll be.
How many games do you have this year?
12. We'll have 12 games. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So
when's the first one?
First week of the season, I believe. Yeah, we get our schedule.
You don't have it yet.
Yeah, we don't have our cruise yet.
Oh,
no,
travel's pretty easy, isn't it?
I'm going to have the same travel just going west.
Do you have any input on your crew?
No, I will not. I wish I did.
There's
another Pac-12 official here in town, Joe Stommer, who was in the Mountain West. He's coming over, and there's a lot of guys from a lot of places that are coming over to this league. So, but I do know Joe Stommer, and he'd be a guy I'd love to have on my crew. Yeah, he's a lot.
Well, maybe he'll be there.
I hope so.
I want to talk to you about this, and Gary, I wish he had stayed in here, but I got this from Gus. He sent this about Coach Hayes. You know, Larry's 81 years old, coaching at Colorado Christian University.
Yeah,
they have won now 38 in a row.
Wow,
set the record for the conference. Just an amazing. And he's a Hall of Fame coach already before he ever started this deal.
Yeah.
And he's doing amazing things there. But it's all about faith. And you know, you had great experiences with Larry Hayes.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest gentlemen to ever coach.
Yeah. There are three father figures for me in my life. My dad.
Yeah, I was talking about you, Gary.
My dad, Bob Snead, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Bill Dean.
Yeah.
And Larry Hayes. And those
Larry
are three
Hayes.
guys who I try a lot to pat my laugh after.
Well, Larry is he just won 38 in a row at his conference, and they're just conference record from all time. And he is 81 years old and still loving what he's doing.
You would never know that he's 81
No, you
years
wouldn't.
old.
No, he's probably in better shape than all three of us put together.
Yeah.
Well, he looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, he just.
Well, I know he's eating right.
No, he is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's not doing that. He's in Colorado. You know, you got to be careful.
Well, I mean, I don't
Eat
think
those
he's doing
brownies.
that.
He said Dodger got some brownies.
No, it wasn't brownies. It was
Gummies?
weeds that was growing in the backyard.
I thought
really?
It was brownie.
It was weeds.
Let's just grow up.
And
all
I
of
said,
them?
"What's
randomly grow up?"
What's Dodger doing?" He goes, "He's just sitting out there in that river. He's just sitting there."
Hey, appreciate you guys letting me sit in for a
It's
second.
fun.
Yes.
We're proud for
everything.
you.
Hey, and I appreciate that. Like I said, I found out who a lot of my friends were. You know, I wanted to tell you this one thing here. When I found out I was going to be looking for a new job, I sent out 100 requests for letters of recommendation. I got 63 back from people.
That's awesome.
63. You know, and then
Those 37 are on your hit list.
No. Some of the people said, "Hey, I just saw this. You know, got the
And
wrong."
they might not have known.
Yeah. But you know, it's been great, and it's really gratifying to find out.
Well, we're
So,
proud of you,
yeah.
and you got that going for you. Your new job at UMB. You're a white hat in Pac-12.
Yes, sir.
Lots of good things happening.
Yeah.
Bring
Chris
your white
Snead.
hat next time you come in. with us.
I will.
All right. Chris Snead, everybody.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, buddy.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All right, I was telling you about Howard, their new store, 82nd and Quaker in Kingsgate, and it is a different, beautiful design. Go see them right there facing 82nd, right there on the corner. Mission Service Company in Lubbock, Texas, but really this part right here is for you Permian Basin folks because they spray weeds, they kill weeds, and it's a big deal down there. I mean, a huge deal. And Tanner can help you do that. 806-632-6325 And he'll do it up here at Post and Sundown, Levelland, everywhere. If you got your weed spray need, they can do it. 806-632-6325. And then West Texas State Bank, John Grist and Chris Comer and Jimmy Carmichael. I bet Jimmy's out at the golf deal this morning, or at least
I bet he is.
it's not that great, but being out there. But this is your friendly West Texas bank, and you know what I'm talking about. Especially you older people know what I'm talking about. Banking the way that you want it to be and the way that it used to be. It's all become so just on your phone and your computer. But Gary and I, we like to go into the bank. We go in the bank, and a lot of us people our age like to do that. All right, well, we're honored today.
Yeah.
It's amazing, this career. I've got your stuff right here somewhere.
Did a bio, huh?
Yeah, I did it. You got information on the internet. Did you know that? You have to hold this close, Bob. Or you want to give Bob that one, and either way.
What would you rather do, hold that or talk into this?
Probably talking to that.
Yeah. Here,
Probably drop this one.
yeah, give me that one. Gary, you keep yours. I'll do like this. This one you don't have to get as close to, Bob.
Okay,
Good.
Anyway, neither one of us knew Bob until last night. I met Bob. He was out eating dinner with Joe Hornaday, and Joe Hornaday obviously is one of the more unique creatures in Lubbock, Texas. And Bob's known Joe from way back. And David's going to give you the bio on Bob, but the fascinating thing is Joe brings him over to introduce him to Johnny Owens and Randy Walker and Ruben Garcia. And Joe introduces Bob to Johnny Owens and goes, yeah, you're a great third baseman. You did it, and you remembered you'd done this. And here's Randy Walker. Oh, yeah, Randy Walker, you made that catch up on the cliff at UT, and I was there.
You remember all that?
I remember it too much.
And then I
It's
said, well, if
amazing.
you know Johnny and Randy, you darn sure know that guy sitting right there, Ruben Garcia, because Ruben was maybe the best pitcher in the history of Texas Tech.
Yeah. From Brownfield, Texas.
I almost fainted when I saw him because the last time I saw him, he threw 9 pitches to strike out the side of the Longhorns, all fastballs, right down the middle. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches, and never forget that. And seeing him is like I almost fainted when I saw him. So that was.
And then we
that was a
talked
pleasure.
about Ruben and Hooten going 12 innings against each other, and it ended 1-0. I think UT had 2 hits and Tech had 1 hit in 12 innings. Pitchers just don't do that anymore.
No, they don't.
Nope.
Well, that's great that what's you do with your memory? Is it always good?
No, it's not. I don't know what I had for breakfast, but I remember 1968 at 3 o'clock, you know. And so it's great memories. I grew up in Lubbock and student at Texas Tech, worked in the athletic department.
Did you go to high school here, or where are you from?
Went to Waco High School. But I lived here. I went to elementary school here in Lubbock.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
Yep, I did. My dad worked for KCBD, and he was the MC of the Grand Ole Opry.
Well, good grief.
So for 1 year, had a Western show here.
Where'd you go to elementary?
Wheelock Elementary
Wheelock,
School.
Whippets.
Yeah.
He was
Like being a whippet?
I remember being a whippet. I do. It was an experience.
That's
yeah.
a horrible
Then
name.
move off to Waco and came back to Tech for all 4 years? Or
Went to
just-
West Texas State for 2 years. Played on the golf team there at West Texas State.
Oh.
So, and dropped out. Hitchhiked to California. Slept in an orange grove a couple of nights, and ended up working in the pro shop of a golf course there. And
Well, Bob, I don't think that's in this report that I've got here. Yeah. But it's amazing. What a
life.
yeah.
it is.
What a life.
Oh, it's been great.
What year were you born?
1944, right
44.
during the big
War,
war.
baby.
Yeah.
During the war. You remember the war? Yeah, that was a big one.
Well, Bob might remember it.
I know.
He's got a pretty good memory.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Remember the atom bomb?
You do.
That ended
United
the war.
States Olympic Committee retired. Mm-hmm. How many years was it? 30 years? Mm-hmm. On the Olympic. That is what an honor to be
It was great.
a part of that.
It was wonderful. It's I just fell in love with the Olympic spirit, and I was the SID and assistant athletic director at SMU, after I left here as a student assistant, and then volunteered for an event called the National Sports Festival, and just totally fell in love with national anthem, the athletes, the spirit.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get enough of it. And finally, they offered me a job, and I said, absolutely. So moved to Colorado Springs in 1984. Actually was the media director for the U.S. Olympic teams in 17 Olympic Games.
What fun! Did you go to you went to all the Olympics?
Oh yeah, I went to 4 or 5
times. What was your
times.
favorite place that you went?
Winter was Norway, Lillehammer, Norway. It was just amazing. Summer was Australia.
Yeah.
But I remember all of them. There is no bad Olympics.
You didn't have a bad experience.
It was great. I enjoyed every single minute that I was.
But the media, they've got to work awfully hard, and especially if you're in charge of all that. Do you get to go see much of the events, or are you in a room facilitating the?
A lot of times I'm in an office like this, but if there's help needed on the U.S., like a Michael Phelps deal or a Shaun White or something, I go and help. I go because we have each sport has a organization. They have a PR person, press officer. So we work with them, and we train those guys to handle it in the battlefront. But I got to see a lot of history making, like the Michael Phelps couple of wins. He took a year. Yeah, it took a year of planning for Michael Phelps because he had a unique situation. He's in 8 events.
Yeah.
He has prelims, and we met with the coaches and met everything. And
so Phelps.
we don't exchange Christmas cards.
You have his number? Let's call him.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Michael. Bob Condron here.
And my buddies Gary and Dave here.
Yeah.
So I wonder what you're doing.
Wonder what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing.
It was good. It's a good.
Was there a favorite athlete you had that you just loved them? That were so impressive that you just go, these people, this person.
Shaun White.
Yeah.
Was just unreal. The flying tomato.
Yeah. Tomato.
He brought in snowboard. Snowboard didn't used to be in the Olympics, and he just made it famous. But he was the absolute most fun guy just to talk to off the spotlight, and he didn't rehearse jokes or whatever. He just blended into the conversation. And
Did you get the impression that he smoked a little weed?
I smelled a few odd things about him, but
that might be why he was so even keeled and fun, and
he was fun.
He was
good, and really talented.
And I like the women seemed to be more relaxed at the Olympics than the guys did. Bonnie Blair, the speed skater, the basketball teams, Taurasi in basketball. The women seem to have more fun and experience. So I think it's because they didn't get in until late. Title IX brought them in. They didn't have sports until in the 70s, basically. Yeah. And then it all culminated in Atlanta when the Title IX group, soccer team, the softball team, the basketball team, just all gold medalists.
All won.
And they were more famous than the men. And a lot of the figure skaters and the gymnasts are the most famous Olympians there are.
You mentioned, I was watching TV yesterday, and the conference tournaments going on in gymnastics women, and I just watched 3 or 4 deals. Y'all, the finals are today. Oklahoma, Minnesota's in it. This is the NCAA deal.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't believe how impressive they are. I was stunned. It looked like Olympic talent. And you get a chance. It's on this afternoon.
Well, they got to get the Olympic team from somewhere, and it's
gosh.
Unless they're 12 or 13 years old, they get them from the colleges.
Yeah,
and
they're really good.
Well, and the UCLA gymnast that was Olympic gold medalist, she was in this.
Yeah,
they didn't make the finals, but Minnesota did for the first time ever.
They were the 12th seed and they made it. Usually it's the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
and 1, 2, 3 is there, but
Yeah, what they can do is just unbelievable to me.
Oh, it's stunning.
I
don't know how you learn how to do it, Bob, without dying.
Practice didn't help. To me, you got to be born with something.
When you were out at Tech, did you ever go in the barn and they had the Olympic stuff set up, the iron rings and the you remember the barn?
They didn't have gymnastics when I was there.
Well, we didn't have gymnastics. It was just for PE. I tried to get on the pommel horse. I was like, what? How do you do that?
Yeah, you never had kids again.
You can't get on that. I was I can't spin around one time.
Or walk from one end of the bar.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, like you got the 4 inches on a balance beam. I can't walk the stairs. Much less the 4-inch balance beam.
Well, this is absolutely. Now you got married.
Got married.
Yeah. I see somebody that's here with you.
We're assuming that's your wife.
Yeah, that's my wife and my girlfriend too.
Lynette, y'all got married in 2012.
We did.
Yeah,
we did. Had 14 years.
See, he remembers. That's good.
We were both married 40 years before we met.
Both married 40 years before.
I married a tech girl, and she passed away in 2008. Mm-hmm. And then Lynette has kind of the same story. We met like rose petals on a path led us together.
That's a great story.
It was just good.
Where'd y'all meet up in Colorado Springs?
Colorado Springs. She sponsored a golf tournament.
Oh.
And she raised money to put newspapers, the local Gazette, in the schools, in the school district. So
she did a bunch of them.
She put
14 years.
A good deed doer.
Putting millions of newspapers.
Yeah, like 1.4 million. So
that's crazy, Lynette.
Yeah.
That's great. You got a son named Mark, who's course director of broadcasting at Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida.
Won 4 Emmys.
4 Emmys.
For NBC.
So it's in the family. This
in the family, yeah. Dad.
Tell us about your dad again.
He was he worked for KGNC Radio in Amarillo. He covered the V2 rocket launch in White Sands. He was a journalist and did the basic stuff, but he had a country western show here in Colorado, in Lubbock, and the MC at the Grand Ole Opry.
What was that station?
11. Yeah.
On TV.
Yeah,
Channel
TV.
11.
Yeah, Channel
NBC
11.
Then.
Good.
So they asked him if he'd come fill in as MC of the Grand Ole Opry in the mid-50s. So
these stories,
good man.
You're just amazed by these stories of life that happen. You really are.
He used to come tell me about Tennessee Ernie Ford and Buck Owens and
Boxcar Willie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's amazing. And this long career you've had with the Olympics, you probably didn't go out thinking one day this is what I'd like to do, but you just found your niche. You just found what you were supposed to do.
I just fell in love. Of course, I watched the Olympics. I love the Olympics, but being there and seeing the spirit and the athlete preparation and national anthem, and it just struck my heart.
Yeah.
And I love Colorado anyway, and I used to go up there and vacation.
Well, in fact, he's a fly fisherman. I gave him. Have I given you Taylor's? My son is in Steamboat Springs.
Yeah.
And he's going to maybe go up and fly fish with Taylor, and Taylor would love it. And you'd love Taylor, too.
Good. He probably goes on the Yampa.
Yeah.
There on the
Yampa
Steamboat
River.
I do the Rio Grande and the Platte River and the Arkansas. And
Yeah.
so I love going up in the mountains.
You should have been here with Coach Knight. Coach Knight loved to fish.
And that's what.
And he went to, they'd go up in Canada and go places you could only get with a seaplane.
Yeah, he was a fisherman.
He was a fisherman.
Hunter and fisherman. What else do you do in retirement besides the fishing?
Play a little golf now, and try to walk. But it seems like every joint I have is like injured or hurt. So I've lowered my expectations on golf. But I've had 4 hole-in-ones.
Oh, wow.
So I started that.
Amazing.
Yeah, I had the recent one, and 7 months ago.
One of the best golfers in Lubbock, played in college and played on the mini tour and all that. Never had a hole-in-one. And then I saw one of David's hole. Probably
Yeah,
only
we were
one.
playing that. That's the only one I've ever had.
Yeah.
Where was it?
Country Club on number 5.
Oh, yeah. The pond on the left there. Yeah. How'd you hit it? Did you hook it in?
No, in the air, swish. Hit the back of the goal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I'm the only one that saw it because they're all way back there. And I'd already started walking up because I'd hit mine in the water on the left there.
Yeah. Okay.
And I saw it go, boom, just right in the hole.
Couldn't see it. I didn't know where it went.
You don't start at I'm going to make a hole in one. You just trying to hit a decent shot on the face of the club,
Yeah.
And goes in the hole.
Trying to lose the ball.
Yeah.
Did you golf with Hornaday while you were here?
Yep, I did.
Joe was
played.
a good
He's
golfer.
pretty good golfer.
In his day, he was.
He played with Crenshaw growing up.
Yeah, and Kite.
Yeah.
Harvey Pinnock was
Kite.
the pro there, and so Joe's a good one.
Can you remember the first time you saw Joe Hornaday?
Yep, he was at the Fort Worth Star Telegram.
Yeah.
I met him when we had a golf tournament at SMU for the media, and Joe played in it.
Well, he was a great SID at Tech.
He was
So good.
He was a good. Media love to come here.
Yeah.
It's friendly.
Yeah.
It's things to do. It's
Oh, you had the 50-yard line.
yeah.
Can you stay 15 more minutes?
Sure,
or-
I'm here.
I know you're heading out of town from here, so.
We're going to be right back. Bob Condron is here. U.S. Olympic Committee. Retired.
Be right back.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All righty, I was telling you about Plains Capital Bank. Lots of locations around Lubbock, Texas. Just pull into any one of them. They can help you. You need a loan, you need checking, you need savings. They got it all. They do it all at Plains Capital Bank. And then if you're looking for a new roof, and a lot of people are in Lubbock.
Yes, they are, and I'm going to tell you, there's a difference between a good roofing company and a bad roofing company. There's over 100 roofing companies in this area right here, and I used RoofWise on mine, my mother-in-law's, the duplex, and I'm happy with everything that they did. My next-door neighbor did not use RoofWise, and I picked up 24, count them, 24 on the button. That's 24 nails in my driveway when they left and were finished. That's not a professional job. I'm not going to tell you their name, but I will tell you this, RoofWise won't do that to you. So anyway, call Edgar and the bunch at RoofWise at 806-500-7089. 500-7089, RoofWise. That's the wise choice in roofing.
Well, Bob, I didn't know this. You were born in Amarillo.
Born in Amarillo. Lived in Canyon. Born in Amarillo.
And you grew up on farms and ranches in West Texas.
West Texas.
Spent your teenage years in Waco after you left Lubbock and you were
How was that? Hot.
Yeah, it's muggy.
When I think of
Oh,
Waco,
and you go down from here, everything is humid.
I know
So,
it. You were a member of the Waco, get this, Gary. You was a member of the Waco High School golf team that finished 4th in the state
yeah, I think Waco
in the
has a
highest
good guy.
classification of schools in Texas. That was probably 4A back then.
yep, 4A.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one. Now they got
6A.
6A. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were the big one.
Yeah, that was we played Bryan and Temple and
So
all
what's
of
your,
those.
handicap now? When you're on the
God.
Olympic Committee for 28, 30 years, how much golf do you get to play?
Take away all the injuries that I could have played, but I've gone from like a 1 handicap to now I've played once in a year and a half. So,
Because of injuries.
Yeah, I got a shoulder replacement, and so
did?
left shoulder is. Yep, I don't have a left arm in golf anymore. But,
Is it, the one they gave you didn't work?
it is. I'm just getting over it, trying to recoup from being old and
I
having
need
a
a
bad
better
shoulder.
model.
Yeah, no, but I can go ahead and shoot pretty decent.
Okay. Now, all right, you played with Hornaday. Did you shoot in the 70s?
I shot
low 80s?
80, low 80s, I think.
Okay.
I had
That's
3
good.
double bogeys. I'm trying to shoot my age, so
And you are?
which is 81.
Oh, you'll do that.
Yeah,
How many times have you done it?
none.
Oh.
I've had a bunch of hole-in-ones. I've never shot my age.
Well, you haven't been playing enough lately.
I know. You got that. I need to get after
I'm going to
it.
say you're going to do it,
This summer.
before June the 10th.
Okay.
That'll be good.
That's
I'll give
my
you a
birthday.
go.
I'll give you guys a call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to do that. All right, and you're living in Colorado Springs. They got your address in here.
Oh my gosh!
On the internet.
Yeah.
So if Bob owes you money, you can find him
Here's his
at.
phone number
Here's my cell phone
and his
number.
email. This is pretty inclusive.
Yeah.
It also mentions your late son, Chris, accomplished musician, guitarist, and songwriter.
Are there any underachieving Condrons?
They're all just exceptional.
Yeah, they're totally all stars. Yep, Chris passed away. That was, that's if you have a son or daughter that passes away, you don't get over it.
No,
never. I don't care what you did.
It's just horrible.
It's unnatural. It's two or three steps beyond what you can handle.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm sorry for that loss. I can tell you. But
Well, the last 6 months I lost my brother and my sister, my only brother and my only sister, and that's tough. But it couldn't compare to your
losing a child.
kids, without a doubt.
lost a wife and a son.
A wife and a son, and their spouses died within like 5 or 6 months of each other, and then their paths came together. It's just an amazing story.
Tell the story if it's amazing.
Well, we were both married 40 years. Had no intention of remarrying again.
Yeah.
God threw us together at a golf tournament. She sponsored a golf tournament because she puts newspapers in schools for the, so I met her then, and just good things happened, and like I say, rose petals on a path.
There you go.
We found each other. And
Now y'all been married since 2012. Yeah, 14 years.
10 years. Second chance. A lot of things you go through in the first one that are tough, and you can't pay bills and you do things. This is a more relaxing,
Like a vacation.
and it's fun if you get the right partner.
Yeah.
But she's a runner. She's run up Pikes Peak like
Oh, Lord.
5 or 6 times.
I got wore out driving up Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
Taking pictures of Pikes Peak.
Driving to the station this morning.
I did.
Was it like a race up Pikes Peak?
Pikes Peak ascent. Yeah.
And you run up it?
Yes.
How about do you come back down?
No, I
That'd be more dangerous coming down.
Yeah, it is. True.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's the full marathon. I did the ascent.
How far is it?
It's 13.6 miles, so it's about the miles, but you start at 6,400 feet,
Good.
go up to 14.1.
How do you
So
breathe?
Breathtaking.
How many people do that?
She was the only
1,200, no, maybe 2,000.
Oh, no.
I was the middle runner one year, the absolute
Oh,
middle.
you were right in the middle of the pack.
Men and women.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Finished well for women.
I didn't even know they were having that, and I'm glad that
Well,
did.
that doesn't even 13 half a marathon uphill.
Yes.
Yeah, with rocks and a bad path.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem fun to me, but
You fall down a lot.
it's like jumping out of an airplane. I don't think I could do that
I'm not
either.
going to do that.
Okay, Bob, this is amazing. You played on the West Texas. By the way, congratulations on that. That's crazy that you did that. But it went to West Texas State, and it was on a freshman. You were on the golf team, but then you graduated from Texas Tech with a bachelor of whatever.
Yeah, BBA.
Yeah, BBA, 1968, and took postgraduate work. But you were a member of Texas Tech's first graduate class in journalism in 1969.
First
Well,
one.
Bill Dean was Bill Dean part of that?
Yeah.
He was a part of the undergraduate. This was a graduate class.
Okay.
There's 4 of us started out.
He was a reporter for the University Daily.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Were you a sports reporter or
Yep.
just a reporter?
No, sports reporter. Had a column and did stories and.
Are you still a member of the National Advisory Board for Texas Tech College of Media and Communications, or is that
That's why I'm
he's
here.
here.
That's
That's
why
why
I'm
he's
here.
still here?
Yep. So we had a meeting yesterday, and I've talked to students on Thursday.
This
Did a
is
lot of
so
lot of mentoring of students.
And what did you tell those students? top 3 things you told them that's going to help them in their life.
Okay, I told them to be prepared, to anticipate, to follow their passion,
Ooh, that's a good one.
to keep the ship going north all the time. You're not going to get there on the ground level, but if you keep it pointed in the right direction,
you get there.
You get there. You get there. It's something you love. And if you ever get to a job that you love, well, life is just sweet from there.
Yeah.
And I told them, you represent Texas Tech, so you are well trained. And you go out there and you do it right. Do it right the first time.
Now, you've been around for a long time, and you've seen the brand of Texas Tech. You've never seen anything like it is today, have you?
No.
It's crazy.
It is.
We are big time.
In everything. I mean,
everything.
Even esports.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. And the people that leave here are so prepared. There's no learning curve of knowledge. I mean, you get specifics. You get professors that have been in the field and know what they're talking about. And it's a great program. I love being part of it. I love coming up here and, of course, advising, whatever.
Gary and I, we've been Red Raiders since we were little kids because we just grew up here and stayed here and both went to Tech. And just, I mean, Red Raiders are everything to us. Not everything, but they're really, really important to us. And we're so proud of what we've been able to accomplish in our growth and everything else. And we're primarily with sports, but it's the whole university.
It is.
You know Dr. Skuvinik?
Yeah. Well, we know to exchange Christmas cards, but
he is absolutely, I think, one of the best things that ever happened.
I think he's great.
To Texas Tech.
Yeah, he makes trips to different places,
and Kirby Holcutt is the same thing. One of the best things ever.
Good AD. You got good coaches, seem like everywhere.
We do
in the football and basketball, track.
Kidley, you don't get any better than Wes Kidley. He is amazing.
All right, when you're at Tech on the University Daily staff, the UD, what were some of the highlights that you remember from the athletics when you were here on the staff of the UD?
I remember the football games. We had like two of the best kickers ever, Kenny Vineyard and Jerry Don Sanders.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they followed each other. I just remember how good they were, and who in the world could kick a 50-yard field goal,
Back then.
And they did it consistently. I remember all the sports. I would, I loved baseball, and I knew Johnny Owens from a long time ago. We were talking last night about we went over every position. I think we went over the batting order of those teams that he played with. But I loved being at the games. It's different now. You're hitting from north to south, and now they're hitting like we used to hit. They used to hit toward the Coliseum, the municipal Coliseum, and I remember balls bouncing off that. The field's turned around, and everything here is new.
Think about that field, Bob, and what we have today.
I know.
You're just like, I can't believe Tech played there.
Yeah, it was just a fence, a chain link
fence. The tree was there when you were there.
Yeah, the tree in the outfield. And the barn that Texas Tech, when they started basketball, that's where they played their games, the dairy barn. That was right there behind the men's gym. And now the facilities we have are phenomenal.
Football field, I don't even recognize it.
I know it.
It's great, though. But I'm, bringing in good coaches and, the students are on TV. You guys look like an all-star. Yeah. I mean, the TV coverage of when they came in and did the programs from here, that just showed the true picture.
College game day came.
Yeah,
that was big time. Well, you've seen a lot of transition in Tech through the years because you've been around and you got a good memory. We were back there, but we can't remember anything hardly.
I can remember a lot of what I do at work. I can't remember. Like I say, breakfast or where I'm going this afternoon. But
well, you're going to Amarillo. Why are you going to Amarillo?
I have family in Amarillo.
Okay.
And I want to go.
I didn't want you to forget.
Eat some Mexican food and then go out to Palo Duro Canyon where I grew up.
There you
go. And fish in a river.
Well, that's on the way.
That's what you're doing.
Springs, so that helps.
You're going to fish?
Yep, I'm going to fish in a little river pond that I fished 75 years ago.
Lynette, have you ever seen it?
Oh, yeah, I've been there lots of times.
Oh, y'all go. You
go.
go.
On the bank, and I take pictures of my guy.
Isn't that something?
Do you fish yourself?
Usually not.
Okay.
I'm the photographer.
But she's a good fisherman.
Yeah. Well, there's a good spot to fish in Palo Duro Canyon.
Oh, there's a whole river that goes through there, and it's we found arrowheads as kids, and the Comanches. That's where they camped. And a good night let them bring their cattle into Palo Duro Canyon, and that's where the Comanches would summer.
Yeah.
And so a lot of arrowheads and spear points, and great kid growing up in Indian territory.
That's cool. That is so cool.
Or do you think of yourself when you're talking to your golf buddies, your fishing buddies, as a Red Raider or a West Texas Aggie, West Texas A&M guy?
Y'all weren't Aggies back then.
I wasn't an Aggie. I represent Texas Tech to anybody I'm around.
Okay.
I mean, and it's funny. There's pockets of them, Colorado Springs, all over Denver.
Yeah.
And you're always running into somebody with a Red Raider bumper sticker or sweater. But I'm proud. I was proud of it then, and just amazed now. Now it's like a different universe, but it's wonderful.
A lot of fun.
It is a lot of memories.
Or do you have any Joe Hornaday stories you want to share with us?
Yeah, he was telling me one this morning about he was playing Lubbock Country Club, and it was like number 3 hole, the old number 3 hole.
Yeah.
And he said there's the geese are running around, and so he said I'm going to try something. So he had a granola bar or something. He laid down, put granola on his chest, and he said like 5 geese just came and pecked it off his chest.
Kind of creepy.
Why would you do that?
There were two white ducks that hung out over in that area, and we finally just called them Joe and Sally.
Yeah, Joe and Sally.
And Joe and Sally stuck around for years, and then
they're gone. They went somewhere. Yeah. But that is a little creepy.
It's totally creepy. I said, why would you do that?
Well, Joe's got some creeper in him.
Yeah.
He's got a little creeper in him.
If that's in your highlight film, I just don't understand your life,
When your Wikipedia, Joe Hornaday feeds geese off of his chest.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
said, well, did you get urinated on or anything? He said,
You
"No."
run the risk.
You totally do. Geese do that,
Geese will do that.
I know. They'll drop in from the sky, and you'll go, oh, what was that? Yeah. Bob, this was so fun.
That's great.
We appreciate you, Lynette, coming in.
And I think I already sent you Taylor's number, but he would love to.
Because we go up to Steamboat. So let's go.
Well, he'll take you right to the fish.
The Yampa is a good river, too. It's a really good fly fishing
He will
river.
sell you a house and take you fly fishing all in the same weekend.
You ever fish the Pooter Creek?
Pooter River.
Pooter River. Pooter.
Fort Collins. Fort Collins.
That's where my daughter is.
All right, okay, yeah.
Pooter.
I think I know all those rivers.
That's the name of it?
That's the name of it.
I've fallen down in the water in all of them. So.
Sort of catchy.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
Well,
it was.
Bob, we appreciate you. Hey, when we get close to the
want
Olympics,
this?
we may have you on again.
Well, hey, I'm here
How often are you in Lubbock?
twice a year for the meeting. For the meetings.
Well, come on, Eddie.
September and April.
Bob
I think.
Condron, ladies and gentlemen.
Come back when you're here.
Hey, I'd love to.
You've been listening to the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3. Catch the show live Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on Double T 97.3 FM or on the Double T 97.3 mobile app.